with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning,
Bay.
आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार.
वनकम,
नमस्कारा.
खुशामदीद,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र.
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते या अली मदद.
मलाली मतलब बोलते हैं सारे फीजी मतलब मलक नीसा मला बंजन. हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा. मैं से फालतू बाबा.
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और wonderful Wednesday that's going to make the rest of your day totally exciting and hopefully totally mastani bandajani.
And right now, Bajan, I'll tell you what, please remember this, Santa Clara County is still in the purple tier. अगर आपको यकीन नहीं हो तो हमारे यहाँ पे एक स्टैम्प देखेगा. We put the stamp right there to tell you exactly where we are with the thing, because I think we're very cautious about that. That means we have to be doubly careful about our presence in public. Right, Faldrani?
Our presence in public. Yeah. Yes, Bandajan. Yeah, are you talking in terms of like
at least moderate ourselves. You don't have to go and police other people. At least you wear your mask, wash your hands, wear gloves if you have to wear gloves, stay healthy, eat healthy. Very important.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
That's what you got to do. Businesses actually are closing down. Some of the businesses actually, when I say closing down, they're actually shutting down for the guidelines and everything. Outdoor seating is available at different places. If you want to have outdoor, probably you can go eat outdoors, but not inside the thing. So stay healthy, stay informed. Most importantly, so we're here for you guys. Good morning, Vishalji. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Comment on our Facebook feed right now.
And thank you for all those hearts that you're sending our way.
Yes,
really
today also a very special day for us because November 18th is the birth anniversary of Mahimaji, who actually is the creator of this particular radio station over here, radio network called Radio D Hotties, which is airing live on local Radio Mirchi 13:10 a.m. with Ethera's Alto Baba and Faltu Rani on air on Good Morning Bay. Right now, Baja, quickly let me tell you what's happening on the road. चलते हैं, बढ़ते हैं towards रास्ते का हाल जो हम लोग आपको देते हैं totally सस्ते में.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Faltu, this is not actually the holiday season, is it? This is like people already are traveling right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, okay, but freeways are kind of empty. We had some rain today, and in fact, early morning there was some rain and everything. We'll see what's happening with the rains and showers today. We might have some more rain coming up and a little bit of showers in different places of Cupertino and Milpitas for sure. Carry a wind sheet along with you, or at least an umbrella if possible, if you're going to go for walks and all. So watch out for that. Road-wise, dekha jaye to there actually is a report of an accident on 17 with injuries. Actually, unfortunately, with injuries as well. Southbound of the Hubbard Road in Los Gatos. It was not impacting traffic, but definitely the people actually involved in that, I feel sorry for them. Next, there is also an accident, a collision on 101 southbound north of Lawrence Expressway. So if you're going that side, probably you might expect some delays over there. But CHP is on the scene, so it's kind of not affecting traffic, or probably traffic is light, so hence it's moving on. But something which is actually affecting traffic right now is the report of the hazard on Wolfpack Ridge in Sausalito, which is actually blocking traffic over there. It's kind of backed up all the way. And one more place where kind of things are blocking up is an accident with injuries westbound east of the Fish Ranch Drive in Orinda, which is a huge backup over there. It's pretty much stopped traffic, or it's stopped the entire traffic in that region. If you're there listening to us right now, please watch out, drive very carefully. And if you're on the bridge, watch out. Golden Gate Bridge actually has advisory of fog, so chances of accidents are very high in those situations because visibility wise also it's very little. So got to be careful of that, Bandujan. Temperature wise, of course, it has, as I told you, this today has been kind of a cold day. It's not very cold right now, it's been 60, so the highest is going to go. Lowest is going to go like 45, Bandujan. So 15 degrees variance actually already. So it's cloudy, it's going to be cloudy all through the day. And probably chances of rain somewhere in the afternoon, or even now it might start raining for some time. There's a bit of precipitation happening this time. But otherwise, a wonderful day because we all are awake. We were sleeping. We got up. Some people actually were sleeping, did not get up. So that's a thing you should be thankful for in life. And yes, go on with it and say, okay, I have my family around with me. I'm happy, right?
Yes.
There was something which I had seen some time ago when people used to read newspapers.
Huh?
You know, there was a time when people read newspapers.
Yeah.
I know people are wondering, what newspapers? Huh? What?
Even now, you don't read newspapers?
No, I don't read newspapers. Sorry, Fatwani. You read newspapers?
I do, where I get a chance.
You read newspapers?
Yes, I do.
Newspapers. You'll pick up a newspaper and read it.
Well, it's come in digital format.
That's why digital format is not. It's newspaper, Faldo, any paper. But then yes, you see those comedy sitcoms and all where they actually show people swatting flies. That kind of paper they roll. Yeah, that's a newspaper. I know, Faldo. Many of our Badus or young Badus listen to us. They don't know what newspaper is.
What?
They don't know the use of a newspaper actually. In fact, you can actually clean windows also by that thing. Now, someday we should actually bring up all those things in our show. We'll talk about those good old days, right?
Yeah.
But what I was telling you was, newspaper particular time, when I was very young actually, so there was somebody who actually, a cartoon of somebody had talked about the fact that if I wake up in the morning, I go to the first thing I go read is obituaries. If my name is not there, I'm happy.
Oh God, that is so morbid.
That's so nice. I enjoyed it. So I was in school that I was like, oh wow, that's so true.
That's such a
If you open the newspaper, you see the obituaries and your name is not there, it means you're living, right?
Oh God. Yes, that's true. Actually.
Yeah, but if we didn't know about that, there was a time in India where they used to actually, when somebody passes on, they used to actually provide those small messages, right?
Huh.
The community to write those messages and all. So that's how you would know if somebody in your close circle actually has passed on or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
That used to be the norm generally. I don't know about now. Now nobody carries those things, right? In
Right.
fact, so sad people don't care about those things right now. Anyway, Ranjan, times have changed. COVID has changed us so many ways. It's unbelievable. 8 months of this particular COVID has given us a new way of living.
Yeah.
We celebrate also, in private. We were already socially distanced on many things. Nowadays, even marriages are happening on online things. Funerals are happening online.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, there actually
Yeah,
is
that's
a
true,
company
yeah.
which is making money out of it. This particular company actually made really big in this particular season because the founder of the company, she started off organizing funerals, online funerals of people.
Oh wow.
It's a flourishing business, by the way.
Oh wow. Really?
I'm not kidding.
God.
Anyway,
Online funeral organizing. How
Yeah.
difficult is it to put together a memorial?
Well, for
on-
us it might be easy because we are technologically savvy, whatever we call it, because we are in this region. But some people don't have the ability to even log in and think about how they communicate with people. So using Zoom platform, I think this person has started a business. Very innovative, right?
Right.
Excellent. So creativity comes out of all these things, but that's why you should not worry about all the strife and everything. But anyway, right now, let's go see what are the headlines for you guys. And today, you know what, should do go into the headlines and news also for you.
Yeah.
But Jan, this is the headlines and news coming right now for you guys. If you want to catch up in detail about the news we share with you guys on air, you can go check it up on the news blog mediamahima.com. But अभी के लिए आज का news, आज का ताज़ा खबर.
The WHO says COVID-19 cases continue to accelerate in the United States. There's good news on the vaccine front. Pfizer ends its COVID-19 vaccine trial with a 95% success rate. FDA approves the first COVID-19 test kit for home use. US medical leaders are rebuking Trump and urging COVID-19 cooperation with the Biden team. As Michigan, the whole recounts and all that stuff that Trump is challenging everywhere, all Michigan counties now have certified election results according to the state government. Trump faces Wisconsin recount deadline as Biden keeps focus on COVID-19 response. In a landmark move, a U.S. judge blocks expulsion of unaccompanied children under Trump's pandemic-related border crisis. JPMorgan's Dimon says childish U.S. politicians are preventing a stimulus package. Delta Air extends middle seat blocks through the 30th of March. Apple is going to be lowering their App Store fees for smaller developers. So, Altu Baba, we need to look into that.
Did you call me small?
Yeah, well. Bitcoin breaks $18,000 with an all-time high in sight. In news from India, the Indian Army sets up winter habitat facilities for troops in eastern Ladakh. 12 civilians are injured as terrorists lob grenades at security personnel in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama district. The former AIADMK leader Sasikala may walk free by the end of January by paying just a 10 crore rupee fine.
What? Pocket money?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really. It's
Wow.
pocket change,
Well,
yes.
but she actually has thousands of crores hidden away somewhere, is what they say.
Yes.
So when she comes out of the jail, she's going to be buying all the MPs in the world.
Yeah, exactly. And finally, Vanajan, Noida is on alert. Police checks have now intensified after suspected terrorists are held in Delhi. More on all this coming up shortly. Should I go into the detailed news already,
Sure,
Alibaba?
Padmini, go ahead.
Okay, vaccinating 20% of the population of Latin America and the Caribbean against COVID-19 will cost more than $2 billion. but low-income countries will be helped by the COVAX facility led by the World Health Organization, its regional branch said on Wednesday. According to the Pan American Health Organization, COVAX aims to deploy at least 2 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccines by the end of 2021. That is a remarkable figure, but we also know that it won't be sufficient to vaccinate everyone, at least not first, according to the WHO. It is a special day today. Final results from Pfizer Inc.'s COVID-19 vaccine trial showed its shot had a 95% success rate and 2 months of safety data, paving the way for the drug maker to apply for emergency U.S. authorization within days, it said on Wednesday. The efficacy rate of the vaccine developed by Pfizer and its German partner BioNTech is the highest of any candidate in late-stage clinical trials so far. An expert said it was a significant achievement in the race to end the pandemic. Some people, the only thing that they have reported is fatigue, extreme fatigue. Pfizer also said that 170 of its volunteers in its trial involving over 43,000 people contracted COVID-19, but 162 of them had only been given a placebo, meaning the vaccine was 95% effective. Of the 10 people who had severe COVID-19, one had actually received the vaccine. And it is a first in the history of mankind, less than a year from the sequence of the virus to the large-scale clinical trial of a vaccine, moreover based on a whole new technique, said Enrico Bucci, biologist at Temple University in Philadelphia. And he said today is a special day. Indeed, it's our Mahimaji's birthday as well.
Yeah.
The other good news is that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration said yesterday that it had approved the first COVID-19 self-testing kit for home use that provides results within 30 minutes. The single-use test made by Lucira Health has been given emergency use authorization for home use with self-collected nasal swab samples in individuals aged 14 and older who are suspected of COVID-19 by their healthcare provider, the FDA said. U.S. medical leaders, on the other hand, Madhujan, the entire medical establishment is urging President Donald Trump to share critical COVID-19 data with President-elect Joe Biden's team to avoid needless, deadly lags in tackling a raging pandemic that is threatening to overwhelm hospitals nationwide. The extraordinary rebuke weighing in on the White House post-election transition fray came in an open letter from 3 leading healthcare organizations as state and local governments scrambled to fight the virus in the absence of a coordinated national strategy. Real-time data and information on the supply of therapeutics, testing supplies, PPE, ventilators, hospital bed capacity, and workforce availability to plan for further deployment of the nation's assets needs to be shared to save countless lives, said the letter signed by heads of the American Medical Association, the American Nurses Association, and the American Hospitals Association. Now, as of now, while Trump is disputing election results everywhere, all counties in Michigan have certified their tallies for the November 3rd presidential election, and state officials will meet on November 23rd to certify the results, Michigan Secretary of State has said in a tweet yesterday. In the meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump's bid to overturn his election defeat faces a deadline in Wisconsin today, where his campaign has to decide whether to pay $7.9 million for a recount in a state President-elect Joe Biden won. Trump has refused to concede the November 3rd election, blocking the smooth transition to a new administration and complicating Biden's pledge to make the pandemic a top priority when he takes office on Jan 20th. Biden actually won the national popular vote by more than 5.6 million votes and about 3.6 percentage points, with some ballots still being counted. In the state-by-state electoral college, Biden has captured 306 votes to Republican Trump's 232. A U.S. judge, in a blow to the Trump administration, has today blocked the expulsion of unaccompanied children caught crossing into the United States, which said that the policy was aimed at limiting the spread of the coronavirus. That's what the Trump administration tried to do, but U.S. District Judge Emmett Sullivan in the District of Columbia ruled that the minors were likely to suffer irreparable harm because they could be subject to sexual abuse and other violence, as well as the possibility of torture and death if summarily returned to their home country. So That's other news that's coming out. And in some business-related news, Bandajan, Delta Airlines said on Wednesday that it's going to continue blocking middle seats or limiting the total number of seats sold on each flight through March 30th, the longest of any U.S. airline. The other breaking news that came out with regard to the airlines is that Boeing 737 are now cleared to resume operation after the entire investigation has been completed. In technology news, Apple said on Wednesday that it plans to start a program to lower its app fees or App Store commissions for software developers who make $1 million or less in proceeds each year from the store, but some of the company's critics call the move window dressing. Apple takes almost a 30% cut on most of the purchases made on the App Store, although the commission drops to 15% for subscriptions that remain active for more than a year. Aldo Baba,
Yeah.
this is interesting for a lot of the small-time developers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Thank
so.
you so much for limiting us as small-time developers.
Well, we don't make any revenue through our app, and it doesn't cost anything for Bandus to download. So download the Radio Dihadis app on the channel. In the meanwhile, Bitcoin broke through $18,000 on Wednesday to hit its highest since December 2017, extending its blistering 2020 rally driven by demand for its perceived quality as an inflation hedge and expectations of mainstream acceptance. The original and biggest cryptocurrency jumped as high as 18,483 and was up about 2%.
Oh my God! If at all you have 10 bitcoins, you'd be like 180,000. Wow.
Yeah. I shared some sad news, Manijan. 12 civilians have sustained injuries in a grenade attack by terrorists on a team of security force personnel in Pulwama district in Jammu and Kashmir today, police said. The incident took place in the Kakapura area of Pulwama. A police official has said. He said the grenade missed the intended target and exploded on the road. 12 civilians have sustained splinter injuries in the explosion. And in the meanwhile, the army has completed setting up of extensive winter habitat facilities for all its troops deployed in eastern Ladakh, with India and China yet to finalize the modalities for the proposed troop disengagement in the high altitude region. And the army has supposedly worked on a war footing to erect these heated shelters, bunkers, and Arctic tents, as well as acquire specialized winter clothing gear and other essential supplies for over its 50,000 troops that have been deployed at the friction points with China in eastern Ladakh, as well as the line of actual control, where temperatures have already dipped to minus 20 degrees Celsius. And in news from Delhi, Banajan, there is some news that's coming out with regard to intensified suspected terrorists, intensified police checks that are happening after a bunch of suspected terrorists have been detained. More on all these stories you can find on MediaMahima.com. This is another beautiful day, Banajan, and this is sort of a song that resonates the message that our Mahima ji used to say. In life, everything is about putting sugar. Right, Alto Baba?
Having some fun, Banajan.
Exactly. We leave you with this song, Banajan. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay connected. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
पल में है किसने जाना के कल कहाँ ढूंढे है जग सारा चाबी बगल में है ताला खुलेगा खुद यहाँ मेरी सुन